Hi everyone, it's Liberal Activist again. I wanted to talk a little bit about, in this brief commentary, about housing first and how important it is. We have a housing system right now in the United States where we try to pre-qualify everyone to see, if you haven't been addicted to a substance, if you've been off drugs, if you're presentable to get a job, and meet all these requirements, having no criminal background. My theory on this is that the stress of being homeless is what causes most of these problems, right? If you don't know where you're going to sleep, if you have no idea if you're going to have a bed to sleep in tonight, if you look at some of these homeless, they look literally exhausted. So it would be much easier to break a drug addiction, to get counseling, to be able to clean themselves up and be presentable for a job, to get them back into the system if they had a place to stay every night. So this idea of it being a pre-qualifier, housing first. And I think the city is doing some of this with hotels now under COVID. There are empty rooms in some of those hotels, and they're allowing the homeless to stay in the empty rooms. That gives them a better shot at getting themselves in a stable environment and being able to find a job. It's very hard to do so when you have nowhere to sleep. So the idea of housing first is, let's get these people in the homes. Let's end homelessness. Let's end the stress of people having to sleep on benches or in alleyways. And then once we do that, they'll be able to get a job. They'll be able to, it'll be easier for them to break the drug addiction. And we might be able to cut those numbers in half, because it literally is the exhaustion of having to constantly search for a place to stay, for a place to sleep, carrying around all their clothes. That exhaustion is what's causing the problem in the first place. So housing first would really get on top of that. And I think it's an initiative we should push in the New York City metropolitan area and in New Jersey, and then maybe make it nationwide. Because if we do that, it'll also bring these people back into the economy. Because once they have a job, they'll be able to spend money. It's very hard to get a job when you're spending all of your energy just trying to survive on the streets. So housing first, it cures the problem at the root cause, instead of having a pre-qualifier for someone have to be near perfect to get a home. It switches things around. So that's my talk on housing first. I hope we can push forward on it, and it would help save a lot of people. I'm the Liberal Activist. See you next week.